So then, today we are going to be talking about Black Clover. Hi, welcome back to Sean O'Mac. Today we're going to be talking about The Promised Neverland. I wanted to do this video a couple of weeks ago, but life. So now I am here and we're going to do, my thoughts on The Promised Neverland. I haven't read the whole thing, so this isn't going to be like a whole series review, because I know it recently ended. I am only up to volume 12, so I'm just going to be talking about everything up to that point. So I'll do it in two sort of parts. One for if you've not read anything to do with The Promised Neverland, I'll give you a quick overview, and two, the rest will be, carrying on from there, and if you have read the series, just talking about it. So here we go. So first of all, The Promised Neverland, I love it. I think it's great. It's definitely quickly become one of my favourite things I've ever read. It's very different. When I started reading it, the secret of the house, if you will, was definitely not what I was expecting at all. I was not expecting the series to be this kind of dark. I didn't know what to expect, but that was certainly the draw for me. So if you haven't started reading or you haven't watched The Promised Neverland, what I'm talking about is the house they live in. So Promised Neverland is about a group of orphans that live in a house called Gracefield House. Now, they're looked after, they're clothed, they're fed, all that good stuff. They're happy, they're fine. They've got their wonderful mum and their wonderful siblings, and they will live happily ever after. Except there's a secret to the house. There is a pretty big secret that is revealed within, I believe, the first or second chapter. You find out straight away that this isn't a happy little orphanage. There is in fact some other work going on behind the scenes. Now, if you haven't read The Promised Neverland, I 100% recommend it. I can't think of anything like this series. If you are well versed in manga, then maybe you can, but for me this was a big wow, okay, I was not expecting that. I did not know that they could do that. So if you haven't read it, I'd recommend even just go and read the first chapter, and if that doesn't hook you, then I don't think it will. So for everyone else who has read at least the first chapter or has watched the first season of the anime, this part of the video is for you. And basically, I just want to say that, in my opinion, it just gets better and better. Like, the first arc with, obviously, Gracefield House was so tense, was so, next level mind games of chess. I really didn't know how they were going to top that, and I was genuinely worried that after that arc, the quality would drop. I didn't think they would be able to match the pace and the excitement of the first major arc, and I am happy to say that for me, I was completely wrong about that. It just gets better. The second major arc, being Goldie Pond, I absolutely loved, and I've just finished it. I'm now moving on to volume 12, and hopefully, I'm hoping it keeps not necessarily the same pace, but the same level of interest that I have had with the series up till now. I hear mixed things about the ending, but I can't think of something where there's not going to be at least a portion of people that aren't happy with the ending of anything. Not just The Promised Neverland, but with other series, anime, manga, TV shows. There's going to be a group of people out there that like it and don't like it. So when I see stuff online, people saying I did like it or I didn't like it, I just take it with a pinch of salt, and I'm going to make the decision for myself, because everyone has a different opinion on stuff, and everyone would have a different idea of how they would like it to end. Now, for me, I'm really enjoying it so far, and I am hoping that I really enjoy the ending, but I'm about 12 volumes in, so I've got a fair bit to go. Other than that, to actually review this rather than just rambling incoherently like I tend to do, I think it's fantastic. The story really gripped me. I think it's something that's just so interesting, and I love seeing how the world opens up. And the world building is one of the things that I think is the best part of this series, is that you really want to know what is going on, especially through the first arc. Everything is a mystery, really, and I really wanted to know what was the mystery, what's going on behind the scenes, how are the farms operating, all that kind of stuff that you find out sort of later on. I really like the characters. There's a whole great host of characters. My personal favourite is Norman. I think he's such a sweetheart. Emma and Ray are really good. Don, Gilda, Phil, all of those characters are so great. And then especially later on, you get characters like the geezer. The group of kids in Goldie Pond. The characters are really good. I love the character designs. It's a very interesting series. I really enjoy it. So yeah, basically I'm just hoping that it continues with the same pace that the first two arcs have. For me, even though Goldie Pond I really liked, just doesn't compare to the first arc. The first arc with like the mental chess that's being played between the three main kids and Isabel or Mum, and then when Sister Krone gets involved, Sister Krone I think is still one of my favourite characters in the series, hands down. Such an interesting blend of like trying to outwit them and obviously being able to physically outmatch them. Is a really cool character. She's very good, I approve. So overall, I know most of my reviews aren't really reviews as such, they're just ramblings about why I like or don't like it, but I'm going to try and do more structured stuff in the future. For now, I'm just having fun. But I don't really know what else to say about this series. If you have read it, you'll know why I like it so much. If you haven't read it, then you're yet to find out. But it's currently one of my favourite series. I know it's ended recently, and I am going to catch up and see how I feel about the ending, and I really hope that I like it. But other than that, if you haven't read this, go check it out. Even just read the first chapter. If you're not hooked, then I don't know what to tell you. Read The Promised Neverland. Norman best boy, Krone best girl. What else do you need to say in a manga anime review? Thanks for your time. If you're still here watching these incoherent fucking ramblings, then thank you and I appreciate you. Please give me a like, please give me a subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Next one's probably going to be my haul for July, but then I'm also going to be doing a video on Black Clover as well. Hopefully that one will have a bit more structure. I just wanted to do an off-the-cuff, like, my thoughts on The Promised Neverland. So if you like that, thank you. If you don't like that, I completely understand. So thank you very much for the support. I appreciate it, and I hope you continue to join me on these nonsensical ramblings. Sean Mac, out. Peace.